of the board of Citizens Ambulance. Good to have him with us this morning. And TJ George and Taylor Blanzy, you've both been here before, haven't you?
We have.
Yeah, I thought so. They're the folks that are riding around in the ambulance. As Dave says, they're the ones out there saving lives. It's all a great team effort. Our visit this morning presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. David, this is, National EMS Week is not something that we want to blow by because there are volunteers and there are paid employees, but all of them have as their goal in life to help others and as you said, to save lives. That's what they're there for.
That's true. And this ambulance association runs deep in for me because when I was a college student here coming to IUP, I became an EMT and a paramedic and actually worked with TJ's dad back in the, I don't want to say how long ago, but it is Citizens Ambulance is one of those locations. For 60 years. They've been providing life-saving services to the county, and that's something we are very proud of, and we want to continue to happen for the next 60 years.
Yeah, one of the things about Citizens Ambulance and the services it provides, like many ambulance services around our region, is it's never an easy day.
No.
From their standpoint, but also from the standpoint of keeping the doors open, keeping gas in the ambulances, and everything that has to happen in order to run an agency such as this. We hear all kinds of stories about agencies that are closing, ambulance services that can't survive anymore. People really need to step up and support, and this is a great week to remind them of that.
They do, and that is the big challenge for us. Our reimbursements from insurance haven't increased since 2004. So we've been basically running on the same reimbursement revenue stream for 20 years, and it gets harder and harder and harder to continue to provide the services we do for the county each and every day because our costs, unfortunately, do rise.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. TJ, did Dad ever come home and tell stories about working with Dave?
Oh, I don't know if I was, around when they worked together, but it's hard to say. No, but definitely have got the stories over the years, and obviously it's probably what got me into it myself, learning from my dad. And my mom was an emergency room nurse, and it's just in the blood, I guess. You can't get away from it. I left for a while, and I'm back, and you can't get away.
You hear that story so often, and Taylor, I don't know if that's the story for you as well. It's something that you have a family connection to it or not.
I do not, actually. This is something I knew out of high school. I wanted to get into healthcare, so I kind of jumped in, both feet, and it's actually helped me further my education. I just graduated nursing school and passed my boards. So
just this past week, that's a congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations indeed. But, it's interesting. It ran in his blood and you got bit by a bug. But
Yeah.
either way, you're both a part of a really, really vital medical link for folks. And life-saving is, it's not a phrase that we throw away. I mean, it is something that you are called upon to do your best to step in and help people to survive very scary situations every day. There are mundane days when you're going and it's not an emergency, but you have to be there anyway for when something happens.
Emergency can really blindside all of us. Come out of the middle of nowhere after you've been, sleeping in the middle of the night, or you're sitting down for lunch, and you just have to be able to flip that switch.
Yeah.
But I think we've all been in the business. I can remember exactly every life-saving event I have been involved with. I remember it vividly.
Wow.
And those are just things that you take with you. Now, sometimes I forget how nice my wife looks on a given day, but I can remember the days of either the babies that I've delivered in the field or the people we have brought back who were clinically dead and resuscitated them. Never will forget those days.
Yeah, and there are moments, and you all have experienced this, there are moments when the uncertainty of a situation really adds to the tension and to the stress of a situation. So not only are you providing life-saving measures, but you are talking people down from what they consider to be a really, really stressful situation. Taylor, it's really important that people remain calm, and sometimes you're the only people who are there to help them do that.
Oh, absolutely. And sometimes, same thing goes for like dealing with family members and trying to keep them calm as well, and trying to take care of your patient at the same time.
Yeah, that's something that maybe we don't consider, is the fact that everybody there is on heightened alert. It's like TJ, like you said, you flick a switch.
Yeah, we work in an uncontrolled environment.
Yeah.
This isn't the emergency room where you're behind closed doors. We're, out in the wild.
Yeah.
And you never know what you're going to walk into.
Yeah.
These are the true heroes. Our employees are the ones that run to the emergency as opposed to running away from it. And that's why we appreciate them so much as a board, just the fact that they take our name, Citizens Ambulance, and they're out in the community every day, no matter the time of day. They answer the call. Sometimes they answer calls while just finishing other calls. No matter what, these employees are dedicated. They are out there. They are striving to make life better for the citizens of this county.
Yeah. And Taylor, you said something that really strikes home for us as well. When you consider all of the conversation we've had so far this morning, is people should realize you have families at home as well. And so when you leave, they're not certain of what it is that you're getting into. And we should think about that, because, we say on this Sunday morning program on WDAD, we say pray for our firefighters, our police officers, and our citizens ambulance personnel and their families, because they're left behind in a stressful situation too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we go out there and we put ourselves on the front line, and we don't think twice about it.
Yeah. Pretty amazing folks who are able to do that. Now, there are roles, since this is EMS week, we should point this out. There are roles within an ambulance service, such as citizens, that are not, medical. There are mechanical roles. There are facilities roles. There are administrative roles. All of it comes together to form one really good unit that works together.
That's correct. Our folks out in the hospital, in our West Pike division, our supervisors, they're the backbone of what makes us operate. I mean, we can't have ambulances running if we don't have people in the billing department, getting us funds. Obviously, our mechanics, we just lost one, very unfortunately, but those are the folks that keep the units running, from our scheduling folks to our supervisors that are overseeing the operations, to the folks that are trying to make determinations of what's the best operation, how do we utilize our resources to the best abilities for the county to maintain our operation. These are all on the backbone. And then you have the board of directors that are volunteers. They come once a month, and we're trying to direct this operation. And so it's a lot of fun. It allows me to get back into this EMS. I'm still certified EMT, but
We're hiring.
Yes, I know. We are hiring, so there's another pitch out there. We're looking for people that would like to get back into the field. And so, yeah, we would love to have folks come and allow us the opportunity to get more medics out in the field.
Absolutely. All right. So whether you're a paramedic or you're an EMT, whatever it is that you're doing, there's a role that you can play to help citizens ambulance.
And even those that are like Taylor, that want to pursue this field, we have scholarships to allow people the opportunity to get the training to become an EMT, and then they can turn that training into becoming a paid medic. And the beauty of the field now is, unlike my day in college, unless you did this full time, you really couldn't make a living. But the profession is getting to the point, because of supply and demand, there's the demand for EMTs and paramedics is huge, but the supply is limited. And so now salaries have gone up to try to recruit people into the field. You can now make a very nice living as an EMT and a paramedic. And so
we always say, when I was in college, we went out to nice dinners. We had whatever we wanted because we worked at Citizens. There weren't very many college kids that were able to have what the people that worked at Citizens did through
Yeah.
college.
Well, it paid for my education. A Citizens Ambulance paid for my education, and it also gave me just the confidence. I was out in the front lines making life and death decisions. That growth in my personal life led me to a path that made me realize I could do whatever I wanted to do, and ended up becoming a college professor and life.
The experience you can get is truly invaluable
Yeah.
as an EMT.
Yeah, and you also, of course, there's ongoing education
Yeah.
as well. It doesn't stop when you put on the Citizens Ambulance shirt or jacket or uniform. There's more to do.
Anybody that wants a career in the medical field should start on an ambulance.
That's
'cause
correct.
It opens your eyes and you learn quick.
Yep.
Good
And that's
plan.
I can go even further and get my pre-hospital RN and still work on the truck with a higher level of certification.
Wow, wow. There are a lot of opportunities out there for folks. It is National EMS Week. Citizens Ambulance is one of those really vital links for Indiana County in the whole healthcare equation. Thanks, folks, for coming in to visit with us. We appreciate that.
Thank you for having us. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
It's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS. Now, visit the website, Citizens Ambulance. You can find out about careers. You can find out ways that you can support. And by all means, join up, won't you? It's 9:25 in the morning. Boomer Sports Next, brought to you by S&T Bank. People Forward Banking.